This is a preview to our game against Fulham at the weekend. We will have an embargo section. Sandy, if you would like to lead us off for Sky Sports.
Hi there.
Hi, Vincent. Forgive me for asking you on transfers, of course, before talking about Fulham. Maxime, Esteve, he was at the City game yesterday. How close are you to having him sign on the dotted line?
Well, if he's in Manchester, then pretty close. But we walking up here, there's still nothing official. So until then, but he's in the building, and hopefully we can announce it soon.
Connor Roberts as well. We believe he's going on loan to Leeds. Could you explain a little bit more around him?
No, I think it's just more the fact of the matter that some players haven't played as much, and look, it's important for us to, obviously go into the next 16 games with only as a priority the next 16 games. But I understand, of course, that players will want to play, and if there's an opportunity to do that, then that's not something we're going to deny them.
Another one of those players who's so influential last season, maybe hasn't quite had a look in this time around. Manuel Benson, does he need to do more for you to get into the first team, or is he another player who's maybe thinking about?
No, there's absolutely zero shame in coming up from the Championship and having a tough first season in the Premier League. There's no shame in that. It's just it's a different beast, and lads are adapting. Lads are doing everything they can in training. I can't say I have any complaints about any of my players. On the contrary, they've been exceptional. So the main thing for me is just finding the balance between making sure we've got the squad to compete, and that's a priority, and making sure as well that we don't have anyone sitting around wasting a year for no reason. That's never our goal. We're always wanting to be a positive platform for the players.
I mean, there's speculation here, there, and everywhere on players, and I know Nathan Edmond's someone who's currently injured now, isn't he? And there's talk of maybe bringing in.
Sorry,
more. Who? Nathan Redmond.
Yes.
Yeah. What did I say? Edmond.
Edmondson.
Nathan Redmond is injured, so potentially bringing in some more experience. Is that something you're still trying to look to do?
Yeah, but look, the theme of experience, I appreciate it, but it's the Premier League is it's legs, it's athleticism. Like, you can have all the experience you want, but if you can't run in this league, if you can't impose yourself, there's absolutely nothing you can do. So on top of that, it's important for us to have the right profiles, and then if they can have experience on top, that's a bonus. That's something that's important. But the league is moving into one direction only, and it's where the profile really matters. So we can't ignore that. We can't ignore that.
And finally, looking at the Fulham game, Fulham themselves haven't won away from home in 10, and they've lost the last 5 on the road. So it feels like this is a game. It's not must win. It's certainly a game that it is there to be taken.
I'd like for us to have a must win attitude in every game, and I keep saying it in every press conference, but everything I see with the group, also how the group is approaching, the tough period as well that we've had. They've always done exactly what I want them to do in terms of what gives me confidence that they can get results at some point. We've been in games, we've done well against good opponents, but every game has to be an opportunity for us to get results now. There's nothing more to say. You can't win them all, but we have to have the mindset to do something in every game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard, Premier League Productions.
Hi there.
Hi, Vinny. How's everybody come through last night? And in terms of team news, how are you shaping up for Fulham?
It didn't look like we picked up any injuries or anything, so it's just for us making sure that we get the recovery spot on, and it looks like the team is ready to go for Fulham.
And you've just said that every game now is a game where this club needs to take points. Because the last time you played Fulham, things went very well for you. It wasn't that long ago. Are you able to take anything from that performance into preparations for this game?
I don't know. I'd like to think that we always have belief, motivation for every game that we can do something. You know, it doesn't turn out this way, but that has to be the starting point. Tomorrow we play against, a good side, like all the sides in the Premier League. And yes, we did well when we played them away from home. But for us, again, we have to be at our best to have a result again, and that's what we focus on.
You've said before that this is a professional group of players now, and adapting to the Premier League takes time. But as you look at the table, is this the time now when that pressure ratchets up on these players if you are to achieve what you want to?
I think you're in football. I think as you're in football, you have to expect some degree of pressure at some point, you know, whether it's relegation, whether it's you playing for a title, because we had pressure as well last season, remember? I think from our side, the biggest thing we can still do is just make sure that the team keeps improving like it is. And then there's enough moments in game for us to win games. It's not been for a lack of creating or a lack of competing. It's at this moment in time we have to be better in both boxes. That's a key improvement between now and the end of the season. How
do you approach Fulham then this weekend? What has to be the attitude when the players take the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, you can say score, defend the box as well, but I think a big element of it is just belief, just making sure that everybody's got a tank up to the maximum in terms of belief and approaching the game like we always do. Prepare well, just bank on the fact that we've got Turf Moor behind us and be the best we can be on the day.
Can you relax?
Relax? What does that mean?
Enjoy the pressure, enjoy the moment?
I always enjoy the pressure, always. The thing is, it's been part of my life all the time. The backstory is I was 6 years old playing for Anderlecht. And when you play for Anderlecht, it's an institution in Belgium. So even at 6, you have to win. Even at 7, you have to be the best. At 8, you have to be the best. And if you're not, somebody else comes in. So I've always lived in an environment where pressure is something that is a part of it. And if anything, for us, we had 101 points last year. So we should have the feeling as well that this is a demanding environment, and every game we want to be at our best, because that's what we had last season, and that doesn't change because the results aren't there. It's just, you have to be better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Dan Radio Lancashire.
Hi, Vincent.
Hi there. Hi.
Feels like only yesterday I spoke to you.
It was, yeah.
Just in terms of the sort of bigger Premier League picture, you talk about pressure and you've grown up with it and thrived on it. I think the statistic before the game against Man City was something like only one team in Premier League history had stayed up with the points that you've got after the number of games that you had, which shows how hard it is to do.
That's one more than I thought. And it wouldn't even matter if no one has done it before. It wouldn't change, any belief in me, any motivation in me to do it. Yeah.
Is it a similar kind of feeling of pressure, even though it's the other end of a table that perhaps you've been accustomed to as a player in the past?
It's similar, very similar. I think the difference is that you're in a position where a couple of wins can make a massive difference, whereas when you're at the top, as we experienced last year, one defeat can make a massive difference. And that's about it. For the rest, similar pressure, and of course, as long as you can manage your own energy into channeling it into something that makes you, makes you still energized every game, then it's similar in terms of pressure.
Forgive me if this is a daft question, but is a win more significant when you've not had many of them than when you're used to winning every week?
No, every win is just as significant. It's more the impact of a defeat. So, like I said, when you're competing with teams that rarely drop points, one loss could put so much. A couple of losses and you're done. But for us, I think you can look at the impact of defeat, what it does to a group, But if you look at the opportunity of winning, that's also something to carry forward. You know, the opportunity of getting a run together, what that could do for the club, what that could do in the league table, the opportunity of just for us, the things clicking in the moments that we've had, you know. So we live for those opportunities. That's all we focused on, and that's what we think will will give us a chance. That's what we're working on.
Do you have to believe that you can do it? That you can get out of trouble?
Yeah, always. That's literally probably the biggest part of my job. It's to transmit that belief. But I do as well. Like I have told you before, but I enjoy working with this group. I suffer like they suffer when we lose, but at the end, I always wake up with the feeling like I want to give more, you know? And it's something that lives in the place. It's something that's always been part of the culture of the club as well. And okay, you can't just be there for the good times. When we have a tough time, we stick together and we go hard. We keep going.
And you get that togetherness at Turf Moor, don't you? You've got more points away from home than at home this season. Why is it not quite fallen into place at home so far?
I don't know. Sometimes it's been as little as ball being inside of the post or outside of the post. You know, it's season's not over yet, and the biggest thing for us is that we've not had too much difference between our away games and home games in the last, since however long I can remember now. So that's not necessarily a negative thing. That means that away or home we can perform. It's about the results now.
You were asked about Benson earlier. Lots of speculation about him, Zaroury as well. Do you anticipate both of those still being in your changing room for Saturday?
I honestly, I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Phil at the back for the masculine embargo section.
Cheers. Hi, Vinny. I just wondered if there's any more you can say about Maxime Esteve in terms of why it is that the club have been interested in him, what he would bring if that deal does get over the line.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to expand on it because he hasn't signed yet. That's the truth. So I hope if it does happen that everybody will see what we saw in him. But until the ink is on the paper, I'm not gonna say too much.
Sure. And you said everyone seems to have come through Wednesday night okay, fitness-wise. Just to make a check on a few names that were still out, Bayer, Delcroix, Taylor, how are they looking? Any of them potentially come back? Yeah,
maybe one of the names you've mentioned, but for the rest, I don't know. To be honest, the process right now is to everybody got their load yesterday, so we have the training session tomorrow leading into Fulham, and that's when we'll have the complete picture.
Great, cheers.
Thank you. Okay, let's move to the embargo section. Phil, can I pass the mic?